Hey everybody, welcome to Soaring Alignment. I'm Deniz.
And I'm Julie.
Yay, great to be here again, once again.
It's just been quite a week. I don't know about, well, we were sort of discussed a bit beforehand in with Denise, but for me, there's been a lot of the message or the feeling has been around aligning with love, a really strong push because of whether it might be a situation in your life, it might be whatever's happening in the outside world. Whatever that is, it's really important to come back into your heart space and just to keep reaffirming, because at the moment the energy, well, I mean, it's been intense all year, I would say, but it's really important to really be in that space, because there is a lot of fear that's flying around. And as we've mentioned in other videos, remember to breathe and come back into that center. And also everyone's definition of or feeling about love is different. So I think in the past my experience has been, love is passive, love looks a certain way, and it's just remembering that actually love is power. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to tune into your own self and discover what that love approach is for yourself, and it won't look like everybody else's. Is that something?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I resonate with that as well. But it's nearly like, my thoughts from before have completely wiped out now. And what I thought I'm going to communicate doesn't feel like relative right now. But it's like a weird feeling. But it feels like we really, whenever we get thrown out of our center and out of our balance, that's exactly when the fear comes in. Even if you're angry or if you're upset and disappointed, really, if you look further down, it always stems from fear, really. So there's, love and fear. We have the both sides. And actually the two stones I'm just going to show you quickly. I got the Merkabahs here today, clear Merkabah, clear quartz. And they're so beautiful because they bring in the stability. And it's sort of like one of the meanings of the symbolism of the Merkabah is the divine feminine and divine masculine within the one. So it's strength and power and love, really, love and power for me. And to bring that clarity in. And whenever we are in that wobble where we're unsure, it's really quite tricky to have self-love. Seems to be a really big thing. I've been doing this kind of work and I share that with you guys, but something happened in the last few days for me, and I had even that doubt, like, am I actually doing what I meant to be doing? And then I heard myself say it, and I'm like, wow, like, why would I doubt this? Because I love this work so much, and I know we're going into even a slightly different direction, but that's what I'm here meant to be doing. But I could feel that, to bring myself really back. And it seems to be so important to do our homework of using your tools, staying grounded and all of that, and exactly what we mentioned before. But sometimes it's really hard because, as you mentioned as well, fear is flying around everywhere, or something happens. I just lost a family member back in Germany, my niece, and it was a big shock. And also, you feel pretty far away from your home when something like that happened. And it took me a moment. And so it's that, but it's that because everything is love, to come back into that. And I'm very fortunate to be able to communicate with people on the other side if they so choose.
Yeah, that's so true, because it is like fear is an illusion. It's what we make up in our minds, but we can get caught up in that if we don't ground ourselves and come back into our center. So just to remember that. And also, we have Uranus going retrograde on, I think, the 19th of August. So it's, we'll have 6 planets in retrograde soon. So it's a really important time to do the work, the inner work, to come back to yourself, and you know, really whatever comes up, look at it and do what you need to do to be loving to yourself, be kind, and to let that go, that which no longer serves you, because it really, you know, will make such a big difference in all of our lives, the impact that it has to ourselves, and let alone the impact that then has flowing onto others as well when we do that work.
For sure, exactly right. And then with that, you know, for me, it feels like also connected to the 13th. We had Friday the 13th, which is going to be actually the only Friday the 13th, I think, this year.
This year, yeah.
And it's connected to the goddess energy. And we all have it, if you're male or female, but it's that part within ourselves that gets ignited by it. And I really like enjoyed that day and found that love and my strength and stability from that. And it's connected to, in the olden days, connected to Freya. That's why it's a Friday. Freya, the warrior goddess from the north, I think Norway or Finland, I can't remember.
Yeah,
one of the Nordic tribes, yeah. And the 13th, you know, it used to be a lucky day. I've always said that, you know, I never thought about Friday the 13th being a
lucky,
bad luck day or anything, you know. So it was pretty nice to have that injection and boosting that. And really, you know, sometimes we do crumble and then we just have to get back up. And, you know, I think at the moment it's really a daily exercise to keep shifting and stay in your awareness and mindfulness. That's really the big message for me at the moment.
Yeah, I think so, because when you're aware, you are aware of where you're centered. Once you get into the frequency of fear, it's like, oh, okay, I'm there, need to readjust now, come back into alignment with love. And the more that we have that awareness, the more we can shift that more quickly and with ease.
That's the energy we need right now on the planet.
Yes, may it come in.
Doing that part. Yeah,
absolutely.
Join. Yeah, with these little stones, I don't know, I feel like I want to play backgammon now. I feel like having these two little cubes are like dice in my hand.
That's so cute. Should we do some cards? Nice.
Let's do some cards.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. So what's the message for this mid-month for us? Yeah, the cards haven't been as jumpy lately. I don't know what that means, but but then now they're not. Yeah, it's just like not their usual self. But anyway, okay, some have come out. Right. So the card that we've got at the bottom of the deck is, oops, I don't know if you can see that, the Ace of Cups. There we are. And so the Ace of Cups, they're about, the cups represent our emotions, and the ace is the new beginning. So it's almost like a new beginning. What I'm feeling is a new beginning for ourselves in the way that we approach life. And so it's almost like coming from that perspective of love rather than going into that fear. So it's really embedding that into our, you know, it's almost like a daily practice. You know, every time we're aware of, you know, ourselves getting into that phase, we acknowledge, we accept how we're feeling, and then give ourselves space, and then we align with the love again. So that's what I'm feeling with that card. And then we've got the Nine of Swords. And so, you know, there's this lady who's sitting in bed, and she's the swords represent our thoughts. And so, you know, maybe thoughts are keeping you up at night, or, you know, it's just that the worry, you know, it could be all those things that keep us up at night. And it's just to allow it to flow through, just allow it to be there, and also to let go of those old thoughts, beliefs, whatever they may be, that keep you stuck in the old paradigm of fear, really. Like, and it's almost saying, don't let fear affect you in that way. You know, we all have the power. You know, we need to accept how we feel, acknowledge how we feel, but then do something different about it. And then we get the Fool card, which I absolutely love. And the Fool card is a new beginning. It's like jumping off the cliff and just going into it. And sometimes it can feel scary to let go of fear because we're so used to it. It can be almost, you know, sounds crazy, but it can be comforting to go into that space because, you know, it's so familiar. And jumping into, you know, fully being in love, you know, it may seem like quite a different thing for a lot of people, for some people, but it's really about taking a leap of faith and taking that step into the new way of being, into the new world that we're entering. And the Six of Cups here, which is about joy and remembering our innocence and our childlike self, and, you know, to go back to that joy, you know, like it's almost, you know, with all the seriousness of life at the moment, we've forgotten that, and it's really to go back and remember our childlike self, and all, you know, or when we were younger, how that was for us, and all the things that we did that were joyful. Yeah, sorry, my internet connection isn't great, but it just cut out. So basically, just remember to go back to your joy, to your childlike self, and remember that innocence that you are and the love that you are, because that's really important in this new step forward that we're taking now.
Wow.
So that's what the tarot has to say for us.
So interesting, you know what? In the last 3 or 4 days, I don't know how many people, really dear friends, all said to me, "You are so loved." You know, and just that, I was like, wow, you know, not without even talking about my niece or without anything else, but they just reached out and sent that. It was so beautiful.
That's so beautiful.
And the cards really made sense to me as well. Even the first one you said there, it felt like even the new beginnings of our new paradigm that we've been waiting for so long. It's really like happening. So it's exciting. It's not always comfortable, but it's exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cards as well. I go in now, ask the elemental beings any messages for our mid-August reading as well. Okay, first one, hidden one. So this card is all about consciousness and awareness. You know, we're in a 5 universal year, so it's interesting we got the 5 as the first card. So this is actually about speaking your truth, but staying in awareness and mindfulness at all times. So she helps you to ground in as well. And so in the book they explain if you coming out of your balance and out of your mindfulness or your awareness, she might, because it's a naughty fairy, she might put a foot out to make you stumble over it, but it's really just there to get you into awareness again. And I think that's what happened to me the last few days. I was a bit stumbly and got out of balance, and then it's that, you know, conscious decision of looking at your stuff.
That's great.
Yeah, let's see what else is coming out. I have to do them one by one today. Here's another one. Oh, interesting. 51, in 2 minds. And that can be very much about what I even had, you know, the doubt. And I don't get that very often, this washing over me doubt. And then I really have to work on it and go like, why did I just think that, you know? And it's like in 2 minds means, you know, with it, one side is trying to stay in the fear or doubt, and the other side is already in the love, and it's a confusion. So it's nearly like the universe doesn't know then, or your own manifestation, what to create. So instead of being in 2 minds, we try to become clear. It's about setting your focus and your directions, your intent about what you want to stand for and speak up for in your life, and what you want to vibrate, really. I really feel like we're like tuning forks, and more of us are tuning into this high energy. Of course it's going to shift, and we don't need that waiting for tipping point. You know, we're manifesting so quick now. It really just needs that, you know, ignite yourself with that thought. It's beautiful. See if I get another one. Yes, this one, the Prince of Light. I quite like him.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, number 12. And actually, you know, yeah, it's that energy, the 12. I was just spending some time with Sarah Yip today, helping her with a webinar, and we, you know, of course, learning heaps about numerology from her. So the 3, it's all about then speaking up. It's really about bringing that wisdom in, and it fits to the other 2 cards already as well. It's like, you know, he's like moving ahead, and instead of being just caught up in your headspace, but it's in your heart, and he's lifting up. And also, if you see that he's bringing in a gift, whenever you see on a card, you see little pearls or eggs or crystals. I have to get my directions right here with a mirroring image. But, you know, it's bringing in a higher consciousness and an uplifting energy, I feel, and a very strong community around where everything is in balance and harmony. And it's so important, you know, even if you can't see your really close friends at the moment. That's why we do Zoom call, you know, that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know, they're all our recordings. That's because it is so absolutely important. I feel like that's as well. All right. And what else? Oops. So this one, the magician. That's my life path number 28. So she is just reminding you not to buy into all the illusion and mystery when we get caught up, and it's like a whirlwind of energy that can take you out, and it's like, whoa, you know, you become so much your thoughts, very similar to actually one of your cards. You know, it's like the Joker. There was something, or the Fool, you call him, right? I think it's because, yeah, you said something about it, and I thought instantly, it's like people's, you know, when we don't want to free fall and we stay in our fear, it's because we're so comfortable. And not just that, but the word was we start to be part of, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now when it came in, but anyway, it's about like not to identify yourself with it. That's actually what it is. And she's saying the same thing. So like, don't get so caught up that you identify yourself with the stuck energy. That's how I feel. And it's like, and I feel it like lifting, you know, between our 2 readings, it helps me already. I can feel energy coming upwards. It's like, wow, you know, such good reminder. It's so similar. Again, of course.
Are you really surprised?
No, never. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, I feel to stay in mindfulness and whatever it is, meditation or going out in nature or playing with your crystals or breaking out in song.
Yeah.
You know, taking long showers, whatever it is that helps you to stay centered. I think it's really important to follow through with that.
And also, I think, to laugh and have fun.
Oh yeah, that's
on
right.
this journey as well, because laughter is such a great medicine, and just, you know, self-care really. Just, you know,
oh, yeah.
Deniz and I had a great laugh, and we felt, you know, just like everything just lifts. And yeah, so remember to, you know, we're not here to suffer, we're here to be free and to enjoy.
Exactly. And you're worth it. You're allowed to do it. You know, who said you're restricted with that thought of not being good enough, or not, you know, you should be working so hard. But there's always time to play. There's always time to love. And there's always time for self-care. Really important.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's still August. No wonder we're talking about that. You know, it's like Leo energy.
Absolutely. Bring it out.
Right, exactly.
Oh, so good.
That's great. Oh, wow. I love this. Really
Me too. Good. Yeah. I really hope that the message I mean, I love doing it with you, Deniz. Thank you so much for, you know, that we do this together. And I hope that everyone else gets something from it as well, and that it supports you in some way on your journey.
Of course, yeah, I hope that too. And thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, we hope to see you again very, very soon.
Absolutely. Take good care now. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much, Julie. Thank you, everybody, for watching. See you soon. Bye. Bye.